This is the last word, and I'm Maria Shakil. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has refused to accept the Supreme Court verdict cancelling the appointments of teachers and has vowed to protect the jobs of deserving teachers. Today, she cited the example of NEET and said that the top court did not cancel the whole examination in that case. Meanwhile, the Bengal BJP took out protests against Mamata Banerjee, saying that she had committed large-scale fraud and accusing her and her nephew of profiting off this scam. The leader of opposition in Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, also called for the arrest of Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. The Supreme Court, remember, last week had cancelled the appointments of more than 25,000 teachers and school staff recruited by the West Bengal School Service Commission in 2016 after large-scale irregularities were found in the recruitment process. Citing legal precedents, the court had said that this is a case wherein the entire selection process has been vitiated and tainted beyond resolution. Before I bring in the guests, here's a quick wrap-up of what happened today.
আমাদের রক্ত যেমন আছে, মাংস যেমন আছে শরীরে, আমাদের হৃদয়ে কিন্তু পাথর নেই। এবং তাই একথা বলার জন্য আমাকে জেলেও ভরে দেওয়া যেতে পারে, কিন্তু I don't care.
Didi reiterating TMC's iconic slogan, Ma, Mati, Manush. Standing by school teachers who lost their jobs, refusing to accept the top court's verdict.
Just last week, these people that you see on the screen were teaching in schools in West Bengal, but after the Supreme Court verdict, they have been rendered jobless. Today, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee met them at Netaji Indoor Stadium, trying to find a solution to break this impasse. What will happen to the future of these teachers and non-teaching staff who have lost their jobs due to corruption?
But the teachers aren't satisfied with their meeting with Mamata Banerjee.
Not fully satisfied, we are partly satisfied, and we want that our jobs should be returned. Legal procedure have to be done. This should be comply with the Supreme Court guidelines, and this should be done by the state machinery.
Some teachers who see themselves as gurus for the next generation, it's not just a lost job, but a black mark on their character.
जा नहीं पाया क्योंकि स्टूडेंट के पास मैं खड़ा होकर क्या बताऊं। स्टूडेंट पूछेगा सर आपका नौकरी चला गया, क्या आप पैसा दिया था किसी लीडर को, क्या आपका नाम फ्रॉड लिस्ट में है।
And for few, the fight has only begun.
না দেখুন, যতক্ষণ না আমার টার্মিনেশন লেটার আসছে ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত আমার স্কুলে যাওয়ার আমার রাইট আছে। যদিও কোর্টের অর্ডার হয়েছে, কিন্তু তার তো একটা প্রসেস থাকে, সেই প্রসেসের আগে পর্যন্ত আমার স্কুলে যাওয়ার রাইট আছে এবং আমি গিয়েওছি।
The opposition is also mounting pressure on the Mamata Banerjee government.
You can see the kind of scuffle that is broken out between the forces and the BJP supporters here who are raising slogans that jobs were sold for money and they want justice for those who have lost their jobs.
She issued past against 7,000 person. The past issued from the Kadapada TMC office in Calcutta. All are TMC goons and some plaincloth Calcutta police team under the leadership of the puppet Manoj Verma.
The Supreme Court has directed the state government to complete the reappointments in the next 3 months. But that seems to be a very difficult task indeed, with no solution in sight. The state government is likely to file a review petition before the Supreme Court, as Mamata Banerjee has assured her support to the teachers who have lost their jobs. With GD Shankar, Sreshi De for NDTV.
And joining me now, Saurav Sikdar is national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Nilanjan Das of the TMC. Dr. Fuad Halim is representing the CPIM, and Gargi Nandi is a political analyst. What exactly is this understanding between the BJP and CPIM, Dr. Halim? Because Mamata Banerjee says that there is a larger conspiracy here.
Well, the two things you have to understand is that the CPIM and its leader, Advocate Vikas Ranjan Bhattacharya, have been instrumental in ensuring that the corruption of the Trinamool Congress is laid bare on the table. And you have to understand that Mamata Banerjee's this attempt to paint the CPM with the BJP is a last-ditch effort because the Bharatiya Janata Party leader of opposition in the assembly, Shubhendu Adhikari, was in the cabinet in 2016. And if you look at the BJP's demand also, they are not demanding that the entire cabinet in 2016, which actually orchestrated this humongous corruption, needs to be brought to book. Shubhendu Adhikari very, very carefully guards his words and says that the extra seats that Mamata Banerjee has instituted over and above the seats that were declared vacant, for that decision she should go to jail. So the BJP in its official statement is very, very guarded. They are limiting the scope of the corruption that Mamata Banerjee
No, but how is the Chief Minister wrong in questioning the blanket dismissal?
No, one thing you have to understand that the OMR, the optical mark recognition sheet that the candidates, the applicants, they had filed, they had to be preserved in the PDF format, that's the portable document format that all of us use.
Yes.
But Mamata Banerjee's government and the SSC and the people that were contracted actually saved this in an automated data flow ADF format, which is edited.
Here is the Chief Minister Saurav Sikdar, who is talking about the Vyapam scam which happened in BJP-ruled Madhya Pradesh.
Please finish.
Okay, so I'm coming back to you.
Please let me.
Yeah, I'm coming back to you.
I just want to finish the question of fact.
The Chief Minister says that in the Vyapam case in BJP-ruled Madhya Pradesh, so many people were killed. They have not got justice till today. In NEET, many allegations surfaced, but the Supreme Court did not cancel the examination. But why is Bengal being targeted is the question. You are scared of Bengal's talent. We want to know.
Actually, Mamata Banerjee thinks herself above the law, above the Supreme Court, above the Constitution. So it's Supreme Court's prerogative what they will order. Either it is Vyapam, either it is any other state. And one more thing, whenever something happened in West Bengal, so all the Trinamool leaders, they gone for the Bharat Bhraman. They will talk about UP, they will talk about Manipur, they will talk about other state, but not will talk about their own state. See, your education minister has been red-handed caught with the lots of cash. Is it happened before anywhere in India? What you are talking about? And you know, everyone in West Bengal, they know whatever happened in this government and this Trinamool Congress party, nothing can be happened without knowledge of Chief Minister. So she has to take that responsibility. She is the responsible for all these candidates.
Okay.
And one minute, the OMR sheet that Mr. Fuad Halim was talking about, that has been destroyed purposely. So Mamata Banerjee should be questioned for that also.
No, but the case is with the CBI. The Calcutta High Court ordered the CBI inquiry in 2022. But the question is that the Education Minister is already behind bars. Former SSC officials, Mr. Sinha and Mr. Bhattacharya, former MLA, are all of them have been arrested in 2022. Now the question is, you can target the Chief Minister, but the point here is that how fair is it for the state government to come out in defense of these teachers and to say that they will be protected. That's why I want to bring in Nilanjan now. Nilanjan, look at what the order said with regards to the School Service Commission. That the entire selection process has been vitiated and tainted beyond resolution. There has been manipulation and frauds on a large scale, coupled with attempted cover-up, have dented the selection process beyond repair and partial redemption. So there cannot be any partial redemption. This is the point. The credibility and the legitimacy of the entire selection process has been, denuded. My point here is that why is the Chief Minister coming in defense of these teachers?
Because the Supreme Court has clearly differentiated the tainted and the untainted teachers. It has been differentiated.
How has that been done?
Yes, it has been done because the untainted teachers, they have been asked that they don't have to return their salary. But the tainted ones will have to return their salary and they cannot appear for re-examination. So this part is on what basis? On what basis are you doing this? Now it's a bit rich coming from the BJP, which has had the scams like Vyapam and their own leader, Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari, in his own district. In his home district of Medipur, we have had the maximum number of tainted, teachers who have been rendered jobless. So the lesser he speaks, the better. And as far as the CPM is concerned...
No. Are you then saying... No. There's a problem in that argument. Are you then saying that Shubhendu Adhikari, who is the leader of opposition and the face of the BJP in Bengal, is hand in glove with Mamata Banerjee?
He was the cabinet minister and he seems to have much information about this scam.
So
you see, there's no questioning that there has been a scam. And that is the reason why the former education minister of the state is, is in jail today.
Yes.
So that
so
is
there is
clear.
Also, there is
now,
also
now the CPM,
the entire compromise of the education system
on the cancellation
has
of
happened.
job.
The entire compromise of the education system has happened. The question that I asked you, you have not responded.
That's why the Honorable Chief Minister has taken responsibility and she has come today and spoken to all these teachers who have been rendered jobless. And she is doing everything in her capacity to help them.
Yes, this blanket, dismissal is the question that is being raised.
It makes no sense. If someone has committed a corruption, you punish that person. Why punish these innocent teachers?
Okay, Gargi Nandi, you want to come in?
Yes. Thank you, Maria. No, thank you for inviting. Now, when they are asking, what Mamata Banerjee has done today, it's a contempt of court. She's openly saying she doesn't accept. She's asking the teachers to give voluntary service. Now, after civic volunteers, we'll see civic teachers in Bengal. If it is so, may I please remind Nilanjan that Ovijit Ganguly, who is an MP now, when he was the judge, it was he who opened the Pandora's box. He had earmarked around 5,800 people because of the OMR sheets, and he said these are the tainted people, non-deserving. Why was it challenged? Mamata Banerjee challenged it and went to the division bench. Okay, then they went to Supreme Court and they were dilly-dally after much case, then it was sent back to High Court. It was High Court who gave this decision. Around 26,000 jobs were cancelled. Again, it went back to Supreme Court and now all the jobs have gone. So if Ovijit Ganguly, when he had earmarked the he had differentiated. Now, why didn't you accept it? Mamata Banerjee is also scared. Tomorrow, 1 second, Nilanjan, tomorrow is the hearing at Supreme Court of the supernumerary post created by Mamata Banerjee on 5th May 2022. Why did she do that? She did that to save the undeserving candidates. Because beating of TMC, people have started in the villages. People who paid now are going and beating up. So that's why. Why did she create that supernumerary
Yes,
post?
I'll add to that thought. I'll add to that thought what Gargi Nandi is saying. Nilanjan, yes. In 2016, when these exams were held,
today we have seen that deserving candidates crying they were not allowed to enter, even though so many seats were vacant.
Exactly. So when the Chief Minister says that it's about Mamati Manush, that when the scam happened, yes, ma'am. When the scam happened, Nilanjan,
everybody has seen.
There were 23 lakh candidates. One moment, ma'am.
That they were not allowed to enter. They have lost their jobs and they're claiming that they are the real deserving candidates.
Yes.
Why were not they allowed to enter?
Yes, fine enough.
Because
I want one thought to come in from Nilanjan. Let him speak, please. Gargi Nandi, let him speak now. Nilanjan, when this recruitment process happened in 2016, there were 23 lakh candidates who competed for this 24,640 vacancies. What is very clear is that there was manipulation, there was tampering of OMR sheets, and the entire process did not have credibility. Then for the Chief Minister to defend these 25,000 odd teachers, isn't she being unfair to the remaining 23 lakhs?
No. Because there has been no evidence that these untainted teachers, they have committed any other crime. So if they are not...
No. How do you know that these 23,000 have not come through a flawed recruitment process?
No, that has not been proven. You have to prove it in a court of law. Otherwise, you cannot. This is a punishment to the teachers who have otherwise not been proven guilty.
You
have to
are
understand this
wrongly
point.
quoting the Supreme Court order.
Let me finish, Maria. Miss Nandi, she said that Mr. Abhijit Ganguly, who was then the judge, he had cancelled all the appointments. You have to understand. And then it got a stay order in the court. And during election campaign, Mr. Abhijit Ganguly said that I have taken all their jobs. They are just it's just hanging. It's just hanging. It's just in a suspension, and later they will die. This has been the language of Mr. Abhijit Ganguly, now a BJP MP.
But Nilanjan, before I bring in others in this discussion,
pleasure out of it. You have to understand.
Before I bring in others in this
Bengali,
discussion,
they are being called Chakri Kheko.
Fuad and Saurav, I want you to read this part of the order.
And this is the nexus between the CPM and the BJP.
Yes. So, but the CPM in fact says that there is some kind of understanding
because
between the BJP
is totally
and you.
irrelevant.
There is an understanding between BJP and you. What is the understanding?
So there is one Mr. Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya who is filing all these cases. He is being filing as a counsel. And he's taking the jobs of his own, the people who have applied that they are being deprived.
Okay, so so the charge that is coming in from the CPM here is Saurav, that the attack or the questioning which is happening of the Chief Minister is very subdued or mellowed or cautious, because there is an understanding between Shubhendu Adhikari, who was previously with Mamata Banerjee, and from whose constituency the maximum number of recruits come.
So, that time who was the Chief Minister? Mamata Banerjee herself. So, she didn't know what is happening there in Midnapur. She didn't have any intelligence, no police. So, now after 5 years, you are raising finger on Shubhendu Adhikari. So, in 5 years, why you are sleeping? So, see, all this melodrama, what Mamata Banerjee did today in Netaji Indore, people are not going to accept this. See, this is a clear-cut order from Honorable Supreme Court, and that is also from the Chief Justice bench. You have to, you want or doesn't want, you have to take this. You have to follow this. You have to obey this. Mamata Banerjee is challenging Supreme Court. She is creating a new law that all teachers
challenging the order.
Go to school.
You will go to the court, challenging the order.
And don't take salary. I mean, she's trying to bribe them. She's trying to bribe them or what? That she will give them salary by cash or any other kind. I mean, in whole world, anybody have ever heard like this type of proposal that you please go to school, what they are, teach students, but don't expect any salary.
You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. We will find out a legal solution to this problem that has been created by the likes of Shubhendu Adhikari, Abhijit Ganguly and Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya.
And they will prove it very soon.
This is the handiwork of your
Mamata Banerjee is above the Supreme Court.
She is challenging the Supreme Court order
of Supreme Court.
Why can't she challenge the order? You have no understanding of law, it seems.
Can Mamata Banerjee disobey the order of Supreme Court?
Yes,
or no?
She can. She can challenge it. She is going to file a petition.
She can.
Of course she can.
Be challenged, not
of course she can.
It can
of
be
course we
challenged.
can question Supreme Court order.
Yes.
I don't know if you have the necessary knowledge on legal
Saurav, legally, the Chief Minister is going ahead with a review petition, and that's the right of any citizen of India.
Absolutely.
So she is all right in doing so. You cannot say that it's illegal. Contempt of court will be a different issue here.
She can do it legally.
She is saying that as a citizen she disagrees. That is the right of disagreement.
We have had contempt of court from the likes of Abhijit Ganguly, who's sitting on the chair of a judge, was working in collusion with the BJP and CPM.
No, to the larger question. One moment.
It is Mr. Abhijit Ganguly who should be charged with contempt of court.
She cannot bribe. She can bribe the candidate.
Today, Mr. Abhijit Ganguly is asking for an out-of-court settlement on such an issue.
Bribe. Very good. Very good.
Okay,
you
let's move on.
That.
Let's move
that
on.
The Mamata Banerjee tried to bribe the candidate. then it's okay, fine.
No, you have to take responsibility of this language.
Why are you proceeding
No,
the entire
you
thing?
have to take Mr.
On
Shidda,
national
you have to take
television,
responsibility for this
do not
language.
lie.
You have used against the
You are
Honorable Chief
not
Minister.
Gargi,
What
just
is
wait.
Abhijit Ganguly,
I am speaking on a national channel.
Gargi, you'll have to wait for your turn. Yes.
I know my responsibility. Definitely,
No,
I am talking
you
on
are
a
talking
national channel.
totally irresponsibly.
So what was
You
the
have no
offer?
knowledge of
You
legal
go
affairs.
and work and
You have
get
no
this
knowledge
country.
that a
In
court order can be
Okay,
challenged.
so I'm going to
This
talk
is
about the
legal
court order.
procedure.
No. Since both of you are talking about the court order, let me read the court order. The order noted that School Service Commission has been candid enough to admit, this is the School Service Commission, both of you, Nilanjan and Saurav. First, rank jumping, that is to say that candidates having lower rank were preferred over those having higher rank. Second, out of panel appointments, that is candidates who are not in the panel of shortlisted candidates have been recommended and appointed. Third,
How many? They have given the number.
please, let me read the
They
order.
have given the number.
Nilanjan, you have to be patient. You have been talking
No,
about
you
the order.
please quote
I'm
the
reading the
number.
order. No,
How
one
many
moment
teachers?
now. No. You have to listen to the order. Candidates who were not recommended by West Bengal School Service Commission were appointed by the board. And the fourth, manipulation of the OMR scores. This is the School Service Commission of West Bengal.
Maria, I have read the court
Which
order.
is
You have
under
to-
the
you
West
have to
Bengal
quote the number of
government,
such
which
fraud
is
cases.
under your
Why
education
don't you quote the
minister
number of
who
such
is,
fraud
who is
cases?
presently behind bars. Dr. Fuad Halim, come in now.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is that the OMR seats have been destroyed. Their digital format has not been preserved. It was preserved in an editable format. The School Service Commission has been asked by the High Court a number of times, by the Supreme Court a number of times, to segregate those who are tainted and those who are not tainted. The School Service Commission has submitted to the Supreme Court. They cannot differentiate between the tainted and the
you are lying.
untainted.
You are
Number
lying.
two, let me finish my. I didn't disturb you.
Yes, let him finish.
Number two is that the CBI was asked to investigate. The CBI collecting all the information and all the evidences from the School Service Commission, they have found that corruption has taken place. But because of the primary destruction of the OMR seat, the CBI through forensic expertise have been able to identify 6,515 tainted candidates, but they are not in a position to say that the rest are untainted. Now, that's the situation of the CBI. That is the situation of the School Service
Exactly.
Commission.
Then on what
which the
basis are
Supreme
you
Court has
cancelling their
taken its
jobs?
judgment. Now,
Just because
let me
Abhijit Ganguly has given an order. Just because Mr.
Please,
Vikas
please,
Ranjan
Nilanjan, let me
Bhattacharya
finish.
wants to
I
take
didn't
some
disturb
money
you.
out of this candidate.
Be a bit decent on the show.
No, I
I'm
cannot
not
be decent
disturbed.
with people.
My question
I cannot be
today is-
decent with
my
corrupt
question
people
today
like
is-
you, under whose leadership
there is
we have
no
seen the
allegation against
entire
corruption against
1993
me. I
SSC
think so.
panel
You're
getting
totally
cancelled.
confused. Nilanjan,
No, I'm telling you,
please unconfuse yourself.
2,200
There's no allegation
candidates
against me.
were being
And we have
blanket
dragged
dismissed.
your education minister to jail. But let's come to the facts of the matter.
Arey,
Now,
read the
Chief
CAG
Minister
report,
today in
Baba.
Netaji
Read the
Indo
CAG
Stadium has
report
said
of 2010.
that she is
Nilanjan,
going
listen,
to
no.
ask the Supreme Court.
No, it's
She
been
is going
which
to
No,
one
ask
is
the
this
Nilanjan,
coming?
Nilanjan, that's not how
identify
debates
the
happen here.
untainted.
No, Nilanjan, that's not
My
how debates
simple
happen.
submission is
You have to
that
be patient. I give you all the time on the show. Listen to Dr.
No,
Halim.
he
I
cannot
would
just
like to-
lie. He's lying.
No.
He's a
Let him.
reckless
No,
liar.
you may say you're lying,
Please.
and he's not. He's lying, and you are telling the truth. We are living in a post-truth
I am
world now.
talking from the
No,
court
we are living in a
order.
post-truth world. I will not believe either of you. Please go ahead, Dr. Halim.
Now
Yes.
the question is very simple, that the Chief Minister today at Netaji Indo Stadium has taken a strong stand in favor of the tainted candidates by saying that she is going to review the Supreme Court judgment. She is going to see as to what has happened, which agencies have investigated, and if she is convinced, then she will then make arrangements for those people who are tainted. Now you have to understand that a person who is leading the state is so much in favor of corruption that even the Supreme Court identification of 6,515 candidates as tainted is not valuable enough for the head of the state to accept. Now that's the situation we are starting off from, which clearly tells me that the 6,515, at least already without dispute, identified as tainted, have paid money,
Okay.
and some
So
of it
this
has gone to the
distinction,
Chief
no.
Minister's
Since you have
pocket.
made
This is
that
why
point,
the CPM is
before
zero
I give the
impact.
last word to Gargi Nandi, the woman on the show, I want to understand from you, Nilanjan Das. which part of the order is the TMC reading to make that distinction between tainted and not tainted? I'm not able to find that order.
Because the untainted, you will find the word untainted in the conclusion. It has been said that the untainted candidates do not have to return their salary. And
So
they
do we
can
have the
sit for
number of
re-examination.
untainted? Out of these 25,000, is there a number of these untainted candidates?
Yes, there is a number for the tainted. And the rest can apply for examination.
Which is how much?
And the rest can...
Which is how much, Nilanjan? Give me the
and
numbers.
the rest do not have to return their money.
Give me the numbers. How many are tainted out of 25,000?
It is something 6,500 something.
That's it?
6,500.
That means the remaining almost like
The
18,000 are
remaining
not
are
tainted.
untainted. How can you
untainted.
punish such people?
Okay. So there are 26,000, out of 26,000, 25,000 odd, Gargi Nandi, if the TMC says that there is a high percentage, almost like 70-80%, which is untainted, then why should they be sacked?
Okay. Maria, see, first of all, I don't know what Nilanjan is saying. The chairman of SSC, Siddhartha Majumdar, in a recent interview, acknowledged, and they had released the lists of what you said, people who jumped the ranks out of panel on 18 December, 20th December, 5th January, those lists were released. So it has been accepted. Then when he was asked, so does he think that all the others were deserving? That he said it is difficult for him to differentiate. Imagine the present chairman of SSC say that other than the 6,550, whoever is there, he cannot say anything. That is the state. If
No, but Gargi, the point being made by Nilanjan is a fair point.
Is
a fair point then. If there is a distinction which has been made by the Supreme Court between tainted and untainted, in which a high percentage is untainted, then the Chief Minister is right in defending them and protecting them. Why should all of them be sacked?
It has to be given by the state, not by
free
the
from
Supreme
corruption.
Court. Who are the people who will get the
choice
list?
of words is very
The state
clear.
has to give. SSC has to
very
give.
Untainted does not mean free
It
from
is also very
corruption.
difficult to find untainted CPM people. So what does that
That's
tell
a
you?
separate matter.
Talking about CPM
That's a
era.
separate matter. You can
Nilanjan,
take it
I
up
have
to the
grown up
Supreme
in
Court,
the
who
era
makes
when
yourself a
CPM was
laughing
in
stock.
power. I know what they did. We were children that time. We have grown up. We have seen that era. We're not talking-
Gargi, you should remember the
There we are
1993
talking about the
cancellation of the
present, and
panel.
let's talk about the present. Wait for tomorrow's hearing
Talk
also.
about
the
2016.
Do you remember the CAG report of
And your
2010?
minister in jail. Did he take money?
No, no.
What is your
Did he
question?
take
No,
money?
you have to prove it in the court of
What is
law.
that he had take
He's
money?
already in the jail.
Did Jivan Krishna Saha take money? That's the simple question.
No, if they have taken money, hang
Who are the
them.
others who have taken money?
Arey, punish them,
How
hang
many
them.
have taken
No,
money?
no, no, but the question, no, no. Dr. Fuad Halim,
Talking about the
Saurav
teachers.
Sikdar
I'm
and
talking
Gargi
about the
Nandi,
teachers.
the point is clear here. While there is no denying that there has been corruption, the entire process has been vitiated and there has been manipulation, but if the Supreme Court has made a distinction between the tainted and the untainted, then the entire blanket suspension of teachers, if the state government is going ahead with that review petition, it is within its rights, and rightly so, I would say.
The last quarter, yeah.
Yes,
Review
Gargi.
petition is fine. Maria, review petition, she can legally go. But she cannot say that join your job voluntarily. That is against the present judgment of the court. And that's why we are saying
Yes, so review petition is coming up.
No, it
because she's
is
asking the
subjudice.
teachers
Review
They
to
cannot-
petition will be coming
No,
up,
they are
right?
doing it
And let's
voluntarily.
Again,
They are
let's
doing
see how
it
it plays out in the
voluntarily.
court.
You cannot stop them.
You know, let's see how it plays out between the court, but one thing is clear. It's a peculiar situation in Bengal where the ruling TMC is saying that there is some kind of conspiracy in which the BJP and the CPM is involved. The CPM says it is the BJP and the TMC is hand in glove because of Shubhendu Adhikari and, you know, being a former TMC leader. So it's a peculiar situation which is playing out. Some may say it's a Game of Thrones happening there. All right, thank you so much for joining us, Nilanjan Das, Saurav Sikdar, Gargi Nandi and Dr. Fuad Halim. That's all from me on this edition of The Last Word.